Hi Sagittarius, welcome to the Red Door Oracle. This is a general wellness reading for November 16th through the 22nd. Please use discernment throughout the reading, as not all messages are intended to resonate. It's not possible because it's a general reading. I have already pulled your cards after meditating on your energy. And within the reading contains 4 tarot cards that are from the Healing Tarot, which is 78 Ways to Wellness, and then 1 oracle card that is at the end. I will be reading the tarot from a traditional standpoint, and I will also be reading directly from both the Healing Tarot book as well as the oracle book. That way, you get the full message from Spirit during the reading. Okay, with that said, Sagittarius, let's get over to the reading. The first card that came out in your reading is the Five of Swords. Just a quick recap or overview of what the Five of Swords represents. For those that may be new to tarot, the Five of Swords can be an energy of longing. It can indicate dreams becoming delusions, some kind of betrayal in a partnership, loss of reputation in some cases, and even having made poor investments, either personal or financial. So Sagittarius, the Five of Swords coming out as your first card, which is usually the most influential card, is the first card that's pulled. This can be an energy that indicates that an investment has not paid off for you, or maybe a partnership has ended poorly as a result. You could feel as if nothing is paying off right now, be it in a relationship. It could be a diet, a gym membership, maybe advice from other people, or some kind of a deep betrayal has maybe taken root. Again, that's a very specific message, probably is not going to resonate with everyone. Another aspect of this could be you're still continuing on with the things that are clearly not serving you or bearing fruit right now. You could be lying to yourself, refusing to see the reality of the outcome in some way. The Five of Swords warns against pretending somehow this will all work out, being unwilling to take any action, and you may still be longing for a better outcome as a result, So not doing anything to fix it, but just thinking it's just going to fix itself, and then it doesn't, and then you're like, oh, well, I still have hope it's going to fix itself, but you have no intention of actually putting any effort into doing that yourself. The Healing Tarot deck shows the Five of Swords card with a man at a campfire enjoying s'mores all to himself, and doesn't seem to care. It's depicted in this image that it just doesn't seem, when I'm looking at it, that this person cares about the experience surrounding him, being his family and loved ones on the camping trip, and being within nature. This card in this deck warns that you may be eating too many sweets at this time, Sagittarius. So if that resonates, again, that's a very specific message for some of you. You need to be aware of possible issues regulating blood sugar. So keep that in mind if that does resonate with you at this time. Further, the advice given with the Five of Swords often is one of picking your battles carefully. You may be tempted to battle every conflict to ensure that you get your way, or to prove that you're right, etc. However, when you're careful on which battle to take on, it will ultimately lead to more peace of mind and peace within the interpersonal relationships, such as business, personal, and even through this effort, you'll make your relationship stronger instead of burning bridges. So another very specific message. You have to use discernment with all of this, obviously, and kind of decide which message that's coming through for you from the Five of Swords is for you. And lastly, Sagittarius, if you recently felt as though an endeavor had failed and you may feel defeated despite all your best efforts, excuse me, don't allow yourself to become disillusioned after such a loss, as you will then find yourself on a path much worse if you do that, because then it's just, oh, everything's ruined, and then it becomes torment. So the advice coming through with this card in regards to that message is to accept the defeat and ultimately learn from it. Be smarter and wiser next time. Excuse me. The second card coming out in your reading is the Page of Swords reversed. Excuse me. Sorry, Sagittarius. So the Page of Swords, again, just a quick recap for those who may be new to tarot. The Page of Swords represents a free thinker. It's the energy of freedom-seeking, restless, inquisitive, idealistic, often different to the point of being weird. The Page of Swords within the deck of the healing card has a health focal point on the leg specifically. So in this card, you see a pair of legs exposed from under a dress of a woman or a young woman. So Sagittarius, this is your second card out, the Page of Swords. So at this time, you could be caught up in your expression of freedom to the point where you risk already having to you could have already started to alienate others from you. But the ironic thing is that you really need them and their support right now. So the fact that you're alienating people when you need them it's not a good thing. So you might want to be aware of that. Also, you would probably benefit greatly at this time from listening to new ideas or even experimenting with new ideas, be it involving your career, personal relationships, your wellness, etc. Explore all new ideas at this time. The Page of Swords in this deck is serving as a message to some of you to be careful of your legs and ankles at this time, especially blood circulation in the nervous systems. So again, very specific for some of you. You'll know if this resonates for you. Please use discernment. Moving on, this card could also make you possibly feel right now. So the energy could be that you feel lost or without purpose, as if you don't really fit in, but at the same time, wanting to be free of that. So you might not feel like you fit in, but you don't really want to fit in. There's a strong message here to admit that you're dramatizing your own significance, and to stop acting the victim. So know deep down at this time, only you can save yourself. Again, very specific for some of you. Moving on to the third card out in the drawing for you, Sagittarius, is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands represents, for those of you that need to hear this, creativity, endearing youth, needing to be the center of attention. Could be an entertainer, people-pleasing, sometimes even manipulative, people-pleasing, as well as pleasure-seeking. So the Page of Wands in the Healing Tarot deck has a specific focal point being the heart. You will notice in the imagery on the card, the young man is represented almost as what I immediately see as Romeo beckoning to Juliet on her balcony above. His heart is emphasized here. He holds a wand that looks strikingly to be an image representing the male genitalia. So that's just one thing that really sticks out to me. So Sagittarius, with this being the second card coming out for you, Sorry, the third card coming out for you in your reading. It beckons you to get up and get moving. Find a reasonable aerobic exercise that will get your heart and circulation in tip-top shape. And that's directly from the book of the Healing Tarot. It says, if you find yourself feeling blue, get outside, get some sunshine. You're being heavily guided, if this resonates for you, to focus more on living life to the fullest rather than limitations. So stop, relax, just be. There's plenty of time to live life to the fullest. And this is kind of some heavy energy. So, again, that's a very specific message for some of you if that resonates. Further, this card has energy to return to your center. Let your light shine through, Sagittarius. You've strayed too far from your truth. Align your body and your rhythms by moving and breathing freely. I'm even having a hard time breathing in this reading for you. I feel this is very intense energy. So avoid anything too much or too little. Balance is the key right now. Only when you find balance will you return to your will to live life abundantly. The last message coming through for the Page of Swords in your reading, if this resonates for you at this time, you may be on a spiritual path or journey, and it's calling to you. You hear the call, and you may be intrigued. You're open to the calling, and you may benefit from working with a wise mentor at this time to explore this calling. Someone has walked your path before, Sagittarius, and can lead you forward in this exploration if you choose to take this spiritual journey. The fourth card that came out in your tarot reading is the Ten of Swords. So again, really heavy energy, Sagittarius. So for those of you that are new to tarot, the Ten of Swords represents ruin of some kind. Your reputation may be in danger, or critical communication is coming in. The card indicates a heartbreak, an ending in a situation. However, no more hurt will come from this now, is the ultimate message, because it's the 10, it completes something. It's the ending of something, because 10 represents endings or completion of a cycle. But the Ten of Swords does represent and has strong energy of an ending or heartbreak. So moving on with that, Sagittarius, you may have had a recent defeat or heartbreak. But you now need to stop criticizing and overanalyzing in order to surrender to the place within the cosmos and the balance of existence itself. Only then will you see the way through to the other side of the situation that ended painfully. Also, you may want to watch your reputation at this time. Those around you may be gossiping and backstabbing. This deck warns with the Ten of Swords for pulmonary and nervous disorders, and that you're placing too much emphasis on the appearance of vitality rather than actual wellness and health. Very specific for some of you. Not going to resonate with all. The advice is to take within this energy is letting go. Accept and then let go of the current circumstances. Be it, say this heartbreak was in love, career, wellness, or your health. Do not resist the change. Allow it to come in. Even if there's a great deal of pain initially. There must be these changes in our lives if we are to have a beautiful renewal of vitality and success afterwards. The good news, Sagittarius, because this is really heavy, is that the Ten of Swords, like I was saying, indicates a final ordeal. So no more pain will come to you from the source. Pick yourself up, reflect on it now, ask yourself, why has this happened? And then learn from the situation. Watch how the hurt and pain fades with each question you reflect on honestly. So, wow, really heavy. Lastly, an oracle card was pulled for you, Sagittarius. In your reading, you got Sacred Union, represented by the number 19 in this deck. Again, for those of you that would like some insight on numerology, 19 represents realizing your purpose in life, beginnings and endings, staying positive during this time, as this ending will serve your higher purpose. So the oracle comes to you with the following guidance, Sagittarius. No matter what has succeeded or what has appeared to fail, what has been loved and what has been lost, there's only one truth that will prevail in your life, without failure, without exception, and that is love. It is all that you are truly seeking, and it is behind every life experience seeking you. Claim the love that is your divine birthright and know that sacred union is yours, destined in the heavens and blessed by the great beloved. Keep this knowledge in your heart. The sign is coming to you at this oracle that of great love is being bestowed by the hand of grace. What this means is that there is destiny at play in matters of the heart. There is a heart healing and a letting go of past obstructions, sufferings, and misunderstandings. Wow, Sagittarius, lots of stuff relating to the heart in your reading. Wow, huge message, very intense, very heavy. I wish you the very best. And Sagittarius, I'm ending your reading here. If this reading resonated with you, please like and subscribe, as it does help the channel. I thank you again. Please stay well, and I will talk to you next time.